Welcome to the ABP Port of Hull. We're here as guests of ABP Humber, where we're looking at the port in the context of people outside the port, people who really don't know very much about the shipping industry. In this case, we've been on a tour of the port with some 10-year-old children who really don't have any exposure or knowledge about the sea and about the trade on which our island nation depends. In our first report from Hull, we saw just how much bulk material that we rely on comes in through this port. Wood for buildings, furnishings and dozens of other uses. Biomass materials that feed power stations to keep our electricity running. Vegetable oil imported for refining into catering essentials. There are dozens more categories of products. But while we don't notice much of this, we also ignore the seafarers whose work brings this all to us. Fortunately, in major ports like Hull and Immingham, just over the river, Seafarers Centres, run by UK charities and helped with funds by Seafarers UK, provide these men and women with some links to home. We talked to some of the individuals involved.
We are a charity that provides welfare for the seafarers that come into the port from all over the world. A lot of these seafarers are away for months at a time, sometimes over a year. Their main concern, obviously, once they get into port, is being able to contact their family and homes, see how they are, see what's going on, and just to have communication. Some of the ships do have a lot of the communication available on board now, but there are still some that don't. So we provide, the main thing we provide for them is the internet, where they can use the Skype facility, the phone cards, so the communication is the main thing for them. The seafarers, a lot of them come away for more than 6 months at a time, so they are basically living with the rest of the crew for all that time. You know yourself, someday you can go home and get away from the people you work with and kick the cat or do whatever. Well, they can't, they are with the crew all the time. So it's important when they do get into dock that they have somewhere to go to. And the ships are getting faster and faster turnarounds now. So with being on the docks and the local vicinity where they're berthed, they can come off, get a different change of scenery, if nothing else. Communication, relaxation, we can help them medically, take them to doctors, dentists, we have the chaplains. There's clothing, food, because they don't get chocolate and crisps on board and they absolutely love that, so they just fill up before they go. And they have toiletries that they may have run out of. And lots of people give us donations, as I say, for clothes, because strangely enough they find our country cold. It's usually when they come from the Philippines or somewhere like that, and they're just not kit out for the weather. At Christmas we do shoe boxes filled with little items to give to the seafarers as a Christmas present, because they're not at home over Christmas, and in every one of those boxes there will be a woolly hat.
All kinds of individuals and organisations support and work closely with local seafarers centres around the UK. In Hull, the Humber Port Welfare Committee plays a major part in looking after seafarers' interests.
The Humber is the busiest river in the UK, the most shipping movements, the most cargo comes in, so the most seafarers are here, and somebody has to look after them. And so, like everything, when everything's going fine, everybody's happy. But if anything goes wrong, if somebody has a family tragedy at home, or they feel ill, or other things happen, then we've got to do something to help them. So I have a responsibility in my day job as the Maritime Coast Guard Agency for UK ships and foreign. But then also we believe that we need to work with all the other organisations to help assist, which is why we're all committed members of the Port Welfare Committee, because as it says, we're there for everybody's welfare, for the seafarers' welfare. So when things do go wrong, we pull together, all do our own jobs, but it's teamwork, because teamwork's what gets that person into a safe place.
Next up from Hull, we'll take you on a guided tour around this wide-ranging port to see the facilities, and we'll bring you more from UK ports when we have it.